When you have a dream and nobody believes in you, when you have a dream and nobody believes in you is a tough situation to be in. But having the experience that I have today, it's a normal thing. People, whenever you have something in your mind, a dream, a goal, you're the only person that could actually see what you see. Nobody else is able to go inside your head and see the things that you're seeing. So it's hard for people to believe the things that you see, the things that you want to achieve for yourself and accomplish for yourself. So before, when I was coming up and I had a dream and I used to talk to people about my dream, it was hard for me to understand how people did not believe in me, how people did not believe that I'm going to be doing something great with my life, that I was going to do this and that. But today, I could easily understand why nobody will believe, because I'm the only person that could see the things that I see. Nobody else could see what I see. You understand? So how could somebody believe in something that they cannot see? And most people lack vision. Most people lack understanding. Most people lack the knowledge of what a dream is and how most things in life come from the mind of people. Most businesses, most anything that you see came from the mind of a man or a woman. A lot of people don't know that everything that has ever been created, everything that God created, but everything else that God didn't create, that human beings created, came from the mind of a man or a woman. Entonces, it's very difficult, when you're coming up and you're trying to do something, nobody believes in what you're trying to do. And that's when knowledge of self, determination, love for God, having a purpose, that's when all those things come in to play. Those are the things that keep you focused, keep you determined through the hard times. They keep you going, because there will be hard times for sure. There will be a lot of failures, which they're not failures. It's just setbacks. It's just momentarily setbacks. But we call them failures. It's going to be a lot of stress, a lot of heartache, a lot of pain, a lot of tears. When you're trying to achieve something, it is very difficult to achieve a dream, and I understand why it's very difficult to achieve a dream. If it were easy to achieve something great, then anybody could do it. Therefore, that thing wouldn't be great at all. If anybody could achieve something great like that easy, that thing that we consider great wouldn't be great, because anybody could achieve it. What makes something great, what makes something difficult, very difficult to achieve it is precisely the very reason why it is great. And I think that is the way God, life, the universe separates the people from achieving a dream from the ones that don't. Because, like, if 1,000 people start out with the dream of being the next basketball superstar, within a year, there's going to be only 500 people that are left. The other 500 are going to give up for whatever reason. Within 3 years, maybe there's 100 people that are left. The other ones gave up. Something happened to them that they could not continue because of the decisions that they make. And then in another 5 years, there's only going to be 10 people left. And the other ones, same thing. They weren't able to proceed with the dream for whatever reason. And then you have that one person that he is going to never give up. He is going to always continue to fight for this dream, for this goal, for this purpose that he has for himself. He's going to make the right decisions. He's never going to give up. He's going to be determined. He's going to be with God. He's going to be faithful. He's going to be, doing the necessary things that he needs to do in order to achieve his goal. Those are the people that eventually become Jay-Z. Those are the people that eventually become Michael Jordan. Those are the people that eventually become Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Alex Rodriguez, David Ortiz. Those are the people that become Bad Bunny. Those are the people that become Fat Joe, Jennifer Lopez. Those are the people that become the famous and powerful people that we know today. Those are all people that started off with a dream. They were determined, they were disciplined, they did the necessary things they needed to do in order to achieve their goal. And that's why people become who they become. You know, it's not luck. It's not because there's so many things that people think, oh, they were lucky, or they were white, or they were black, or they were Chinese, or they were rich. None of that shit is true. You know, in order for you to achieve something great, in order for you to do something amazing, you have to have a lot of things to you. You know, you have to have vision, you have to have purpose, you have to have desire, determination, knowledge of self, knowledge of God, knowledge of life, direction, and you have to be somebody that is smart and that knows what they want and is going to make the right decisions at every single point. Otherwise, something is going to happen where you're not going to be able to get to where you're trying to go. So it's difficult to have a dream. Nobody's going to believe in you. Understand, nobody, you have no right for somebody to believe in you. Like, just because you have a dream doesn't mean that people should believe in you. If you find somebody that does believe in you, well, thank God, you know, and try to utilize that person to help you move forward with your goal. But in the event you have nobody who believes in you, it doesn't matter, you know, and understand that they have no reason to believe because only you are the person that can see the things that you see. So, and to be honest with you, as long as you believe, as long as you keep moving forward, as long as you keep fighting for what you want, that's really all you need, you know? As long as you keep doing what you do and you keep achieving and working and growing the things that you are doing, eventually those same people that didn't believe are going to take notice of what you're doing and you're going to make them believers. But it has to come from you. It has to come from your actions. It has to come from the things that you are doing to bring forth that dream, to bring forth that thing that you're trying to achieve, you know? So I say, don't worry that nobody believes in you. It doesn't matter. As long as you believe, as long as you know who you are, as long as you're determined, and as long as you have direction and you know what you need to do in order to get to where you're trying to get to and achieve what you're trying to achieve, that's all you really need. You know, so anybody that's out there, that was me many years ago, you have a dream, you have something that you want to achieve, something that you want to do, don't worry that your mother doesn't believe in you or your father or your brothers. It doesn't matter. As long as you believe, one. Two, make sure that you are working every single day towards that goal, that dream. You know, that is the only way that you're going to for sure have a shot to achieve that goal, that dream that you have for yourself. And eventually those people that don't believe, they become believers, you know, especially when they start seeing the success that you have and the things that you're doing. Eventually those people come back and say, I knew it. I knew you were going to do it. I knew it. I just couldn't help you at the time, you know, because I had a lot of things going on, you know. That's what they say, but there's nothing wrong with that, man. It's understood. I understand. So if you have a dream out there, never give up. Be determined, stay focused, and work hard every single day with God in your heart towards whatever you're trying to achieve, towards whoever you want to become.